Sup, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Gamers of Earth. Today we have Dylan.
John.
Jason.
Jason's fucking eating dinner. And our special guest tonight is...
Hi, I'm Ian.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Ian. So, Ian's here because he just joined YouTube today.
Hi.
So we're here to give him a warm welcome and to say, you suck, as in typical internet fashion. Nah, I'm just joking with you. You had,
Thanks, guys.
So your channel is Liam X Machina, right?
Yes, it is.
And your channel just launched today, and you had an opening video. And,
Yep.
and you sounded like a robot.
Thank you.
It was very clearly scripted. A lot of YouTubers who vlog and stuff don't generally script it. Like, for example, none of these podcasts are scripted, otherwise they would sound more robot-like, but they'd probably sound a little more professional, and we wouldn't have Jason eating in the background. I really wish I could record my screen, because, like, Jason with, like, a mouthful of bread sticking the finger up is, like, one of the funniest things I've seen today. And it's been a long, long fucking day. So, Ian, you want to talk about your channel a little? Just tell us, what it's about and stuff.
Alright, well, my channel is basically... Hold on, I'm pulling up a script.
No, don't you dare. You don't pull that shit on mine. No.
Podcast,
No script here.
Wing it.
listen to me, Sonny.
This is
In
YouTube.
our podcast, we don't do it like that. We don't script it. We ain't doing that fancy dancy technology shit. We just wing it. Alright? Okay?
Alright.
Just tell us what's
Come
about.
on, boy. Forever hold your peace.
So
Well,
weird.
in my channel, I'm just going to be making videos about random skits that I'll be doing. Maybe a few fan fictions if anybody is interested in having me read their fan fiction in my incredible robot voice.
Quote unquote.
Let's see what else.
So you're going to vlog and you're gonna put shorts out. Basically.
Yeah, I could do that.
I mean, that's basically what you described. Like, vlogging is what you did in the first video, the video blog, and then what you described, the short skits, that's generally just referred to as shorts. Yeah. Cool. Welcome to YouTube.
Thanks, it's great to
Welcome
be
to
here.
the Gamers of Earth channel.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes.
And we hope you have a safe gaming flight.
The fuck was that?
Why am I flying?
So we can shoot you down.
Wow, alright.
I'm flying. I have a fear of heights.
Well, shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now you know more about Ian.
John's instant reaction to, I have a fear of heights. Well, shit happens.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Alright. Well, you wanna stick around for the rest of the podcast?
Sure, why not? It'd be interesting to see what you guys do in one of these.
I mean, it'd be nice if you watched it. I'm waiting to see how Jason's gonna react to this. So we said we were just gonna kick you out, but...
I didn't say anything.
I know, but I see it. Like, you're sitting...
saying things.
You're
Jesus, God.
Jason's sitting there, and he's, like, staring at me. He's, like, slowly licking his fingers one at a time, and he's, like, wiping his hand at me. He's all, like, meticulous. I feel like it's a fucking mob boss over there. But, it's through Skype, so it's not that intimidating. Alright, so,
Sorry,
Ian...
I had a little stain on my fingers. I was just trying to get it off,
So, I went to, Susquehanna earlier today on a college visit, and, I got this, the Utz, pretzel things, like, they take, like, pretzel rods and they, like, break them up, and they coat them in things like cheese and, like, honey mustard onion. So I ate basically an entire bag. So, like, the entire way it was just me putting my hand in a bag of pretzels, eating it, and be like...
You this!
And then I wipe my hands on a napkin, throw the napkin out, and then repeat the cycle. Basically, I did this, it took us 4 hours to get down there, and then it took us more than 4 hours to get back because of the shitty weather. Yeah.
This weather right now or before?
The weather, yes. In fact, actually, it's worse right here in New Jersey than it is in Pennsylvania right now, which sucks.
Yeah, dude. I think it's still snowing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking bad.
Ridiculous. We're having like snow every week.
Am I allowed to speak at this point?
Yeah, you can speak whenever you want. Just jump in.
Oh, okay. This after I finished posting my first video, I was told to go outside and help my mom in from the snow. The first thing that happens is I slip on some ice hidden under the snow, and I faceplant in the fresh snow. So that was my experience in this storm.
GG.
We were driving back, and God damn it, Jason, you and your background noises. We were driving back, and we were on the highway, and two people simultaneously like skid out into each other, and they had like this big accident. But like they were driving perfectly normal. Like a minute before that, there was no reason for either of them to skid out. They just randomly like both turned and shit. So like, fucking idiots, losers,
Marlboro, New
losers.
Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. Marlboro, New Jersey.
I mean, this was like, I don't know, maybe an hour north of here.
Hold on.
So not Marlboro.
Not Marlboro in the slightest.
Oh, whatever.
Like
Man,
it's like
it's New Jersey in general.
Morristown, an hour away.
I'm not. We were on the highway. Like I was trying to sleep.
I'm on the highway to hell.
Jason,
I'm on the highway. Oh shit.
I appreciate your singing skills. That's yes.
I can somewhat sing now.
Jason, where the fuck are you?
Better than last podcast. Jesus Christ, that was horrendous.
Let me get a print screen.
Yeah.
I can't hit the FN key and print screen at the same time, so I can't get a screenshot of that. But Jason's chair's
Oh, yeah.
empty right now. You wanna sit down and join
Sean,
us?
Did you watch our last podcast?
What?
I watched some. I didn't watch all of it. I know
Oh,
you
okay.
had
So you
Eric in it.
understand, like, my plight as being a sicky little boy who feels like I just gotta, like, rip out my lungs and be like, yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
Oh yeah, shit. John wasn't here last week for the podcast.
Yeah. He
We
died from... What did he die from again?
butt cancer.
Pneumonia.
A stroke.
Oh, stroke! Haha! John, the one of us who was not here besides
I
Ian.
died from a stroke and I came back to life.
Right. We replaced you with Eric. It won't happen again.
That must suck. It's like a demotion.
Oh, poor John and Eric and everyone.
No. We're... The day that we replaced John for Eric... I'm sorry, Eric. Love you, bro. That's the day I go deaf.
I
alright?
mean, we did it last week.
Let's be honest here. He's the loudest motherfucker yet the enjoyable motherfucker ever.
He's fucking loud. I had to like, I muted his microphone and it didn't work. I don't know. It was that's a thing.
Talking about you were just talking about just such ridiculous things there.
Yeah, Eric's
Well, I mean,
Eric's a
it's
crazy.
Eric.
All right, so
Crazy bastard.
before we go off on like real video game news and stuff, there's a whole lot of video game news this week. So much. So
For Destiny.
yeah, I know. Before we go to Destiny, I know you guys are very excited to talk about that. I want to talk about real fast our walkie-talkie plan. So Ian knows about this, and Ian's been hounding me to like actually do this for a while. So Jason and John, I don't think I've told you guys about this, but we have this idea. I found walkie-talkies on Amazon that are like $20 for a set of 2, and they reach 18 miles. So everyone chips in $10, and everyone gets a walkie-talkie, and we have a walkie-talkie network over the course of like an 18-mile span. We'll have a bigger battle net than the Army does in New Jersey. It's only $10, and you know what? If we never use them again, like at the very least, you have a walkie-talkie that reaches 18 miles, and it's got like 30 channels or something on it.
I'm sorry, you lost me after walkie-talkie. What?
Just give me $10, and you get a walkie-talkie. Don't worry about the rest.
No. I heard an 18-mile radius.
Yeah, 18-mile radius. It's
That's
like
how far walkie-talkies could reach.
I'm gonna have to watch the recording then.
what?
We should really, really get them.
Yeah.
Like, ASAP.
I'm just waiting to hear back that like people are gonna start bringing money next week from a few more people, and I'm gonna talk to Colin tomorrow.
Wait, are you talking about like for like the
Wait.
spring thing you're doing?
Dylan,
No, just like for YOLO. Yes, Ian.
I was gonna
what
say,
was
like,
my
for the
logic
Nerf
when I
thing,
told
like-
Hey,
you
hey,
what to
hey.
buy them?
Hey, we have video chat, so we don't talk over each other. Ian was talking.
You remember what my logic was about why we should hand in the money on Monday for the
Yeah. Now we have people, but like, we have a certain people, like a certain number of people who said they'd like to do it, but Ian and AJ, God damn it, Jason.
Sorry, that was the laundry thing. Hold on.
But I've only heard from 2 people that said they would actually pay money for it. In fact, Eric actually can't be counted in this because Eric already has a pair of walkie-talkies. He's not willing to chip in $10.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just you and AJ right now who said they'd bring money on Monday. So I'm waiting to hear back from other people who say they will definitely bring money by Friday before I'm going to say, all right, bring the money. Because you have to understand that this isn't like I go out and buy them and you guys reimburse me. Like, I take this money, I go use it to go buy Amazon gift cards or a debit card or something and use that to buy the walkie-talkies. Like, I need the money up front. I can't, like, buy them and you guys reimburse me because I don't have any capital. All of it's locked away in the bank. I can't access it. Because it's not my money or my bank account. Alright.
Well, that just throws out all the logic that I spat at you the other day.
I was trying to explain it, but it's kind of difficult to explain that over, like, Skype IMing.
Is that ice cream? Or is that butter?
Jason, you want to share some of that ice cream with us?
No, it's butter.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Hey, Jason, you want to share some of that butter with us?
I'll butter you up, but
Oh, boo.
You sure it's butter?
it's lactose intolerant butter.
Oh, boo. Are you lactose intolerant?
Yes.
Wait, so that
Oh.
butter is lactose intolerant, or is it for people who are lactose intolerant?
Both.
Oh.
So if we were to put milk in the butter,
It would fucking explode.
that would be interesting. So,
Can we try that out?
I have on the topic list T-Mobile hate. Hey, T-Mobile, you suck. You should definitely expand your network to more than, like, I don't know, 10 feet outside my house. You suck.
T-Mobile, you should make it so that people can use your network in their homes
Yeah.
and not 10 miles out to sea.
That would be nice.
On the topic of obsolete shit right now.
Oh, hang on. T-Mobile has great customer service. It's a shame they don't spend more money on the actual service. Go ahead.
On the talk of obsolete shit right now,
Yes.
I recently looked at an aim I used to have a long time ago today. And I was like, I'm gonna test something. So I did my Gmail thing, and then it still makes the noise. You got mail. You got
Really?
mail, bitch.
That was the biggest thing when it came out, though.
But
Everyone
it's so
loved that.
outdated and so, like, broken. Like, it's disgusting.
That's
Like-
nasty.
Like, that service sucks.
No,
dude.
they actually said that?
No, it said you got mail. And I'm like, you got
Yeah,
obsolete.
that's what I'm talking about. It said that you got mail.
That
Yeah, it
was
still does that.
that was the
Like,
shit back
Really?
then, and now it's just like
That's insane. That's really old. That's outdated. This no.
But when it first came out, though, everyone loved it. It was so amazing. No one ever thought to do that before.
just like T-Mobile.
All right. So
Ah, nice.
Funny.
so
Not really.
we are called Gamers of Earth, and we haven't spent a whole lot of time in this podcast talking about games. So Jason and John want to talk about Destiny. So Jason and
Okay,
John.
So, ladies and gentlemen, they finally did it. After Bungie being not stupid for once, we are having weekly matchmaking, which means to everyone who knows what a matchmaking is, now we get 3 members without even trying. It's automatic now. Right, John?
Hell yeah. It's gonna really help.
John.
Yeah, because
But it's only useful if, like, you get people that just don't care and just mess around and they just completely suck.
yeah, well, I mean, like that's like little to nothing.
Yeah, that's a flaw in the
Yeah,
plan.
no.
John, can you explain what matchmaking is for all of our uneducated listeners out there?
Yes. Matchmaking exactly is when you play a game, you want to do, like, I don't know, some kind of game or a match. It's online, and it searches for players that want to play that same game that you want to play. And it finds teammates and opponents, and then once it will show a number, like 1 out of 3, like, as a fraction, and once the fraction is now 1 equals 1, you get to play a game against them and with these people.
So basically, it just matches up random people online so they can play with each other. So why is that important for Destiny? Like, it's convenient for
Because
games like
the weekly. Basically, what happens?
Yes, the weekly and the Nightfall are one of the most difficult tasks to do in Destiny, and not a lot of people. Some people just want to play it by themselves, or like there are some people that have friends that don't really like Destiny, like I did before.
Hi, John.
And like, it now helps anyone who doesn't have friends that are on Destiny.
So Destiny's
like they don't really play a lot, like me and Jason now sometimes.
right. So Destiny's a difficult game to play by yourself. Some of these
I say
weekly.
now, not like wait.
Well, like, you can play it by yourself to like level 23, 4. Afterwards, it gets hard.
Yeah, it gets hard for certain players.
So
And it's good because people like they go on like play Xbox and you just go for recent players. Like I play on 360. I got people that are just messing around and just playing that. Like they were not even helping. They were no use.
that's
No,
that's the worst. When people are like
It's
just
really annoying. It's really annoying that people keep acting like that.
Jason.
And I asked them like, you need to be like this level to be able to play this. And I get people that are lower than the level.
Who somehow get
So
in.
they're gonna get carried.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
It's not why I asked for help.
it's not fair.
We want to carry no noobs.
Yeah,
No.
and it's unfair, especially when you get assholes who are just trying to troll you and like fuck you up.
And no, it's really annoying.
Jason, did I mention I'm going to murder you for all the background noises? I mean, I'll try to fix it with the noise gate, but if I can't, like, it's gonna be your grave to fill. Like, you're gonna have to figure it out. I'll edit out, like, the oven timer and shit, but, like, it's
Well,
gonna
my
be...
phone just fell, so.
Oh, okay. So
Next
John,
time, don't let it fall. Just
Yeah.
saying.
yeah, just don't let it fall.
Don't let gravity take control of your phone. That's all.
I'm watching you, boy.
So,
Stepping on some muddy lines here.
John, you went to go see Kingsman recently.
Yes, beautiful movie.
So you want to, don't, without spoiling the plot, you want to talk about Kingsman a little?
Don't spoil it. I'm not gonna say the plot. I'm telling you what basically it's about. Kingsman is a secret British agency that's been around for I think for 2 centuries. And recently there's something going on in the world. And yeah, right in the movie, there's something going around the world because the population is it keeps increasing so much, and someone wants to put the stop to this by lowering down the population and a way to kill like pretty much half the population.
That's not nice.
I know.
Wait, is
Although-
it gonna be out now?
It's out. Although,
I know what I'm seeing next weekend.
John, we have stated in the past, big explosions do good things to the peoples of the world.
Oh yeah, there are beautiful explosions at the end. There's beautiful explosions.
Are we talking about Michael Bay explosions, or are we talking about, like, regular movie pyrotechnics here? Like, unnecessary explosions.
No,
No such thing.
There's necessary explosions.
Every explosion is necessary.
Bullshit. Transformers 4 had too much for that.
Why did you see
I
it?
haven't seen Transformers 4.
Why did
Thanks
you
for
see
spoiling
Transformers 4? No.
Oh, shit. Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Taboo.
Yeah, you put yourself in a hole. Why did you go see
Oh,
Transformers 4?
Edgar.
That movie never happened. We'll call it Dinobots. Whatever.
Dinobots.
Dinobots.
Dinobots. The movie that shall never be named. That's like one of them. We
Yeah.
have like a list of them now.
I'll get right on that. The list of things we cannot talk about.
No, the list of movies, and then you have like a list of games, and then a list of this.
Yeah. So last week I talked about Fury, the movie about tanks and stuff, and I really like Fury, as you may have been able to tell by my praising it constantly and stuff. So as a result of that, I kind of got into tanks and stuff. So I went around online and I found a game called Tanky, and I played one match, and then I spent like another 3 days upgrading things. Ian, have you played Tanky? I know you're a big PC
I
gamer.
have played Tanky. Tanky, I thought was an amazing game at first, but then I was playing with other people. It was great until I had to play with other people.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like that one arcade game where it's just like you get 4 people in the tanks and you have to fight a giant monster. Have you ever played that in the
That's how
arcades? It's
tank
like,
games should
Yes!
be. Multiple people operating in the same tank.
yeah, you have, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jason. My brother has this thing like that for the Wii U. It's like Tank or something like that. It was on the Wii originally, I believe.
No. It was on the arcade first and then went to the Wii.
Whatever. I don't know where it started. You know what they should make? They should make a game where, like, you have one guy who's the driver. Like, everyone has to work cooperatively in the tank. Like, you got a guy who's a driver, and you got a guy who's controlling the main gun, and you got a guy who's controlling the 50 on the back, and you got a guy who's, like, the smaller gun, and you got a guy who's... Maybe not a guy who's loading, per se. Maybe, like, a guy who's... I think a guy who just loaded the entire game would be pretty bored,
And
so
then
maybe
you
a
get a
different
guy
game.
on the radio with Katy Perry on.
Yeah,
And it
sure.
should take place during World War One.
Yeah. Let's,
I
hey,
was gonna say Korean War, but that works too.
Bethesda, get on that.
World War II.
Or, yeah, how about anywhere? Hey, Activision, why don't you do that
If it's
instead of
World
making...
War II, you have to have multiple tanks, because that's what it was like. You'd have 10 American tanks versus 1 German tank, and that's how the fight went on.
Yeah.
Because it didn't matter. The United States had tens of thousands of tanks, and Germany only had like 500.
But to be fair, Germany's tanks were like thousands of times better than ours. Our tanks sucked shit.
So yeah, they had an advantage. They
They did, but that's why we have 10 American tanks up against 1 German tank.
America. Fuck yeah.
America.
Wasting resources like it's fucking trash.
So yeah, Dylan.
Yeah?
You know, like a month ago, like Activision and people are saying like rumors that they might get Black Ops 3 and another World at War 2.
I have not heard any of these rumors, but Activision, instead of making broken Call of Duty reboots that don't work, why don't you go make a new game, like a tank game, where you all have to work cooperatively via headset or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, Activision, just get off the bandwagon and just do something else.
To be fair, though, I've been playing a lot of EXO Zombies lately. They did EXO Zombies very well. They did a good job with that. I'm having a lot of fun.
The only thing they got going from is zombies.
I mean...
Left 4 Dead 2 wouldn't be fun.
I mean, like... I'm satisfied just by, like, the zombies. Like, I don't play any more campaign anymore. I just play zombies. Like, I just hop on my Xbox and, like, oh, Activision. Or, oh, Call of Duty. I'm gonna play some zombies. And I don't even think about, like, the online or the campaign or, like, anything else, really. Like, that's it. I'm glad I spent the $60 on that purely because of zombies. Like, that makes it worth it to me. And I paid another, like, $15 for that DLC. It's worth the money, in my opinion.
You know what else was worth it?
What?
The firefights in Halo.
Firefights were a lot of fun. In fact, we're going to be
They
doing
don't
it.
have that in 4 anymore, right?
If
No,
4...
they have Spartan Ops.
They have Spartan Ops, and we'll be releasing a video soon of me playing through Spartan Ops on Legendary by myself, because I'm an achievement whore.
That's gonna be hard.
I've been working my way through
Spartan Ops.
Spartan Ops. That's like, Spartan Ops is, I think Eric said this last week, actually, on the podcast. Spartan Ops is the campaign Halo 4 should have been. It is, though. Spartan Ops is a great campaign. It's got a relatively interesting story.
I watched the videos on it. It looked like cool.
Yeah, the stories are interesting, and the gameplay is fun, and it doesn't overwhelm you. And I don't know, and there aren't,
4 campaign happened.
and you're not forced to use 4 runner weapons on like half the levels. Like Halo 4 did this thing where 343 was like, "Hey, we got this new brand of weapon. So all the old weapons that you guys know and love and like, fuck that. You guys are gonna use all these new ones. I don't care what you want." That's basically how they treated a good portion of Halo 4. With the exception of like 1 or 2 missions that were very either ally heavy or the one where you use the Pelican and you get to restock at the end of each mission. And even then, you did have to at some point switch to forerunner weapons because you couldn't carry enough ammo to go through the entire like section of the level with UNSC weapons. You just couldn't do it. You have to like switch to a forerunner weapon, at least one at some point. It just wasn't that. And I get that.
It was about the Diadac trying to kill everyone, so
Yeah, and I've mentioned this in the past. There is speculation that the Didact is like alive or whatever, but we're gonna talk about that more after we see probably around E3 when we see the next Halo 5 teaser or trailer or whatever.
I swear to God, if he's still alive,
Until the
I'm going to
game
shoot
actually
them.
comes out. That's
we'll talk about it as we get closer to the game actually launching. I think it's supposed to launch late this year, so I'm not going to speculate too much until we see more. But I believe there is a comic book series that runs alongside Halo. It's trying to help bridge that 4-year gap, or the gap after Halo 4 between the two games. And I'm pretty sure that they've, at least at the very least, implied that Didact is alive. I haven't read it, and this could just be fan art, so I have to look more into it when I care. None of you watch AMC, right? Like, none of you watch The Walking Dead or Better Call Saul?
No.
I saw Better Call Saul. Call Saul.
What did you think of Better Call Saul, Ian?
That's a very tough question to answer because when I first saw it, the first episode, I'm not going to spoil or anything, but I thought to myself, this is so much like Breaking Bad because there are these scenes that... I'm trying to think of a way not to spoil it.
I haven't seen Breaking Bad, so while you try to articulate your thoughts, I'm just going to say, I never watched Breaking Bad. I always wanted to, and I'm going to go back and watch it eventually. But I went into Better Call Saul with, like, no background information whatsoever, and I only watched the first episode. I have to watch the other two that I missed, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's a great show necessarily, but I was definitely hooked from the beginning. I thought it was interesting, and I'm looking forward to see where they go with it.
I think you should watch Breaking Bad because there's a lot of backstory that you don't understand from the first episode that's
Essential.
Breaking Bad offered to explain. I forgot my train of thought, but
Hey, look, a show that actually does it right.
Hey!
But
It's AMC. AMC has a lot of good shows nowadays.
And that leads me into, this is a nice segue into Walking Dead. So, I recently watched the last episode of The Walking Dead, and I know none of you guys watch it, but, The Walking Dead, the show, at the very least, has this great, trend where, like, they do things, like, they bring on new characters that aren't from the comic book, and they innovate, and then they'll just suddenly, like, pull something from the comic book. Like, for example, and this is a huge spoiler, so if you haven't watched the past, like, if you're haven't watched the season yet, stop listening. But you find out that Eugene isn't actually a scientist, he has no idea how the fuck to stop the zombies, and that's a big deal if you watch the show. You're like, oh my god, but, like, if you read the comic book, you knew that was coming, because it happens. And they're working their way to DC anyway, and this character comes on in the last episode. I think his name is... What's his name, Sean? Aaron. And he comes up, he's like, I'm a friend, really, I'm a friend. And if you read the comic book, then you know that Aaron is from DC, and he's going to help lead them there and stuff. But if you've never read it, you're like, oh my god, there's a new character. But it's a very interesting development, and I'm interested to see how they're going to, like, portray this specific character. Because they've taken characters from the comic book, and they've portrayed them in different ways that they're not portrayed in the comic book, and they've made new characters. So the new characters, like Daryl, for example. Daryl's, like, one of the best-known characters of The Walking Dead. He's the guy with the crossbow, Norman Reedus. And he's, like, one of the best-known characters in The Walking Dead. He's not in the comic book at all. He's, like, an entirely new character. They were going to kill him off in, like, 2 days, like, or 2 episodes or something, and then the fans just loved him, so they're like, oh, we'll keep him around. So it's very interesting to see, like, where they go with these new dynamics.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Yeah?
I might as well ask the spoiler, but when they go to DC, do they all die?
I haven't read... I stopped reading the comic books maybe an issue or two after they got to DC, but, there are things that happen in DC. I won't go, like, too deep. There are things that happen in DC. I wouldn't say all of them die, though. I think, like, well, like, for example, Carl and Rick. The main characters of the story, I'd say the essential characters are Carl, Rick, and Daryl. Daryl because the fans love him, and the fans would be very upset if they killed off Daryl. Rick and Carl, the whole story of The Walking Dead is really about how like raising a child in the end of the world, and Carl is that child, and then Carl is a babysitter, Sister Judith, who dies in the comic book but is alive in the show. So it's really about Carl and Judith, and Rick. Well, Rick's the father, so he's raising them, so he's essential to that. So those are like the main characters. So I don't think they're gonna kill them off, but like almost everyone else is like fair game for killing off. Like for example, The Walking Dead is this horrible stereotype where they only have like a certain number of black males in the group or the main group, and they picked up another black male recently, so they killed one of them off. Tyrese died like 2 episodes ago. And I'm not joking. Like this is the thing that's been going on.
Can I speak?
No, you may not.
Can I speak?
Shut the fuck up. I told you could be in here if you weren't going to talk. You talking, I'm going to kick you out. My brothers.
Oh boy, we
Fine.
did that.
Smack a bitch. So they killed Tyrese off. And Like, Tyrese was a great character. Loved. I personally like Tyrese a lot. Gone. Instant. No, like, there were signs in the beginning of the episode and even a couple episodes back before that they were going to kill him off, but they were subtle. Like, you had to really be looking for him to die, and because I don't think he's a comic book character.
No, he is.
Alright, well, he's a comic book character, so I don't know what his story arc is.
He's outlived his welcome. Let's just say that.
Alright, so
To
he
be
dies.
fair-
What? Yeah.
To be fair, the episode where Tyrese dies, they made it look like it was his time to go.
Yeah.
They made it look really nice.
Yeah, they made it look like, oh, he's going, it's all peaceful and stuff. Like, it's his choice that he dies. He's like, he's done. He's out. This is his out. Like, dying. And then, like, the episode before that, they killed Beth off. And Beth was a character adored by lots of fans. I really liked her. She was a great character. And they just, at the end of the episode, bam, like, everyone's all happy. They're getting together. We got this big trade-off. And then, boom, she's gone. It's like, suddenly lasts, like, 5 minutes of the episode. Very, like, they kill characters off like Joss Whedon likes to kill his characters. Anybody who knows who Joss
Probably
Whedon is.
more.
That escalated so fast.
Joss Whedon likes to kill his characters off. Like, Joss Whedon does not give a fuck. Oh, you like this guy? Yeah, don't get attached. In fact, actually, I read something interesting the other day while I was online just messing around. Alan Tudyk, who plays Wash in Firefly, was he was talking. This was on it was a movie made after Firefly, and spoiler alert, he dies about at the end of the movie. And in an interview with Alan Tudyk, he was like, yeah, I was just waiting for Josh to kill me off. Or Joss to kill me off. I actually talked to him. We had several discussions about what would be the best way to kill me off, because I'm such a lovable character. Everyone likes me. I'm funny and stuff. And it would just be great if he killed me off. And we discussed all these different ways to go, but we never had a second season. But when we went back from the movie, I went up to him and was like, hey, you're going to kill me off, right? So, like, anybody who works with Joss knows, like, Joss does not give a fuck how lovable your character is. He's going to kill you off if he so chooses.
GG.
That's why I like Joss. And then for those of you who don't know Joss Whedon from his like shows like Buffy and Angel and stuff, you might recognize him from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Avengers movie. He helped out, or he like directed the Avengers movie, and he helped out a lot on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the very least.
They killed off Phil, goddammit.
I haven't been keeping up, but I'm assuming he's a character. Jason, you want to talk about House of Wolves?
Oh yeah, so the new DLC, as rumors been dictating, that there might be a new level cap.
For
I've been
what
hearing
game?
34.
What game?
I've been hearing 36.
What game? Is the game called House of Wolves?
34, not 36.
34?
I'm going
Yeah,
with
it's
Destiny.
So,
Okay.
back to the discussion. Apparently, my friend John, everything's getting upgraded. So, I'm
I
hoping
know, everyone have been seeing leaks of it.
I'm hoping my Galahorn gets upgraded. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I heard that they made a mistake on that part to make people start over. So if they are going to upgrade weapons anyway, the gear and everything, it's possible we can upgrade our exact without putting any more work again.
Oh, sweet.
It's possible, but I don't know if, like, they mentioned that their mistake was to raise the level cap, and some people were happy. I was happy.
So they're raising the level cap, or no?
I don't know now. It's just
Because I've been hearing rumors 34.
some people want it, so there's something more to do. But there are some people that don't have the time to do it, and they don't want to keep working, and it keeps moving because they don't have the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I
eventually,
really hope that there's no level cap. If there is, it should be really interesting, because I also been hearing House of Wolves might have a new subclass for every class.
No, that is not true. Very not true. That is the Plague of Darkness. That's a lot. Big rumor is that there's going to be subclasses that Hunters are going to get Woman classes, Titans are going to get Solar, Warlocks are going to get Arc.
Oh, that's lame, dude. You know what that means?
Yeah, we're going to get.
No, I have to get another season pass.
Yes, that is also true.
I have to pay more money. God damn it.
That's why I don't like MMOs.
Well, possibly because the Plague of Darkness is so big, it probably will be in another disc. Like, you have to buy it as a disc.
The fuck?
That's how.
This is not This is
It's a
not fucking
rumor.
noir, man.
I've been
This is
hearing
not
is that
noir.
it's probably going to be separate as a disc.
No, they would never do that. They're
Yeah,
probably just gonna let us download it, dude.
I
There's no
doubt
way.
it.
I
doubt it.
I think they're going to download it anyway.
Sean, when has there ever been downloadable content where it's freaking on a disc?
I mean, hang on. Like, it's happened before, but it's rare, especially in this day and age where
Yeah,
most is
it's
download.
really
Well,
rare.
they say that because it's like so big. Like it's going to be a lot of stuff.
Bullshit, dude. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
I
It's
don't
no
know.
way.
That's what everyone's guessing.
It's just speculation right now.
It could happen.
Dude, it's all speculation. There's no way it's gonna happen like that.
We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So,
That's all I can say. It's only we can. You can't say no to it.
yeah. Well, it's just speculation, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're coming up on the 35-minute mark, so we're starting to wrap up. But I went to this thing last night, and it was it's an event held at my school. It's called Rock for a Cause, and a bunch of local bands came out, and they played music and stuff, and it's like $5 a ticket, and all the proceeds went to St. Jude's Hospital. Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, dude.
I don't know. There was a bunch of like local bands, like 2 or 3 like local bands, like high schoolers, and then there was like one band of like college kids, and then there were a couple solo acts, and then there was like one actual band, like a band that was like just finished touring up the East Coast, and they went last, and they like everyone else before was like acoustic and like like some of them were like a little louder rock songs and stuff. And there were a couple covers there, and this band just like blasted everything, and I was in the front row. So like I walked out of there, my ears were ringing. I'm like, motherfucker! Like I couldn't hear what the words were. I was just like, bro, calm down. You're in like this tiny little gym area. You're not like an open venue. Calm down. But I thought they were all good. Yeah.
It's loud in a gym.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to say now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thursday I was off from school. John knows this because I wasn't in yearbook. And I had this epiphany while I was staring at my ceiling trying to go to bed, just for like a little nap. And it's just like, whatever happened if we had a game where it literally took your facial recognition and then they just customized your character based on that facial recognition?
Like
That sounds a lot like SAO.
That is literally Sword Online.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's Sword Art Online.
No,
Hang
no,
on.
no. I mean, like the build of your body of the character
Yeah,
in
that's
That is
Sword
Sword
Art
Art
Online.
Online.
That's how they knew exactly what you looked like in the game after.
Because they use the
End of the
neurogear
first
and you see
episode.
your brain waves because your brain controls everything. So it copied all the data from your brain to the gear.
oh, hang on a
So it
second.
knows what it looks like.
Before we wrap up, can we address the myth that you only use 10% of your brain? How many of you think that's real?
Oh no, it's real. Psychology.
That's totally.
It's been proven. Like apparently,
It's been
we don't
proven
use
not.
10%, we use 30%.
We use way more than we use 100%. Fuck you.
Like you're only using 10% of its total capacity. Like your brain could go 10 times as strong.
Yeah, but that's like due to evolution. We're not even at that part where we're just like 100%. I'm mutant, bitch.
All right. 10% of brain myth is the widely perpetuated urban myth that most or all humans only use 10% of their brain, or only a small percentage of their brains. It's been misattributed to many people, including Albert Einstein. By extrapolation, it's just that that a person may harness this unusual potential and increase intelligence. Changes in gray and white matter following new experiences and learning have shown, but it is not even established what the changes are. Popular notion is that large parts of the brain remain unused and could substantially be activated. Rests in popular folklore and not science. Though mysteries regarding brain function remain, e.g., memory, consciousness, and the physiology of brain mapping suggest that all areas of the brains have a function. 100%. Bitch, please.
Where are you reading that from?
Urban
Wikipedia.
Dictionary.
Fuck you, I'm using Wikipedia. Hey, Jason! Hey, Jason! Guess what I'm gonna send you? A link for the link dump. Oh, Jason, look, more work for you.
Fuck you. Wait, it's wiki. It's unreliable, bitch.
Alright, so hang on a
You should
second.
try Snopes. Snopes will tell you.
Shut up,
That's
Ian.
still unreliable.
Alright, hang on.
No,
So,
Snopes is incredibly reliable.
so,
And yes, it is true that all of our brain has a use, but we're not using all of it we're not using all of it.
No, technically speaking, we are. We're using all lobes of the brain in order.
Using all the lobes, but they're not at 100% of their abilities.
If it wasn't at 100%, then how would we be talking? If it wasn't at 100%...
Alright, let's put it this way, right? If we don't use 100% of our brains, why can't I just shoot Jason in the head right now?
Well, because that's physically impossible, you damn dunt.
I mean, like, why can't I go to Jason's house and just shoot him?
Shoot you in the head. That's it.
And two, you would have to be right behind me in order to do so, which you are not.
Alright, hang on a second. Hang on. So, Wikipedia is unreliable, you say. Well, guess what Wikipedia does? Cites its information. So, I am at their website, or the citations. It's gonna take me a minute to go scroll through this. Alright.
You know what?
What?
Look at that right now. Let's see what happens when I upload the video. You're gonna have a good surprise.
I mean, alright, so here we go. So I'm on scientificamerican.com. Human brain is complex. Blah, blah, blah. According to the mystery, there's adding to the mystery. To that mystery is the contention that humans only employ 10% of the brain. If regular folk could tap the other 90%, they too could become savants. Remember pi to the 20,000th decimal place, repeat, perhaps even have telekinetic powers. Although an alluring idea, the 10% myth is so wrong it's laughable, says neuron Barry Gordon at Johns Hopkins Hospital of Medicine in Baltimore. Though there's no definite encouragement to pin the blame on for starting the legend, the notion has been linked to American psychologist and author William James, who argued the energies of man, that we are using only a small part of our possible mental and physical resources. It's also been associated with Albert Einstein, who supposedly used it to explain his cosmic towering intellect. Myth's durability, Gordon says, stems from people's connection to their own brains. They may see shortcomings in evidence and existence of untapped gray matter. This is a false assumption. What is correct, however, is that at certain moments in anyone's life, such as when we are simply at rest and thinking, we may be only using 10% of our brains. Turns out that we virtually every part of the brain, and that most of the brain is active almost all the time. Let's put it this way: the brains represent 3% of the body weight, so it uses 20% of the body's energy. Hang on, let me read through the rest. Fuck. Vamp!
Oh, okay, I may be an AP Psych, but English, please?
What the fuck? Yeah, some of this stuff is a little out there. With the, no, not like out there like crazy, like just with the vocab and shit. But it basically confirms what the Wikipedia article says. And then I'm gonna check this other one. I mean, see, the problem is Wikipedia puts everything in layman's terms, and if you're like, oh, Wikipedia's unreliable, let me go to the source doesn't put it in layman's terms. Source is talking to other people on that level, on the scientist level, who are doing this research, who's like, hey, you understand what I'm talking about, I need to dumb this down for you. You're a fucking intelligent human being. Deal with it. So
Wiki is a reliable source.
I would say, Wikipedia may not necessarily be a reliable source. However, if you go and look at the citations and see the citations confirm what the article is saying, yes, then the article is viable. Jason, I will send you links for the link dump. I went to, Jason, if you just want to do a quick Google search for these, because I'm on this laptop, which isn't connected to the internet, or it's not connected to Skype, so I can...
So what you're telling me is you're going to link me all the citations and the wiki page.
Just the ones I went to. I'm telling you, look up this now. The wiki, wikipedia.org/wiki/10% of brain myth, and then I looked at citations numbers 1 and 2. Alright, let's wrap this up. Goodbye, Internet.
Bye.